Hey, what's going on, everybody? Um, I'm doing a reaction to this video that is going viral right now. It's about a Starbucks barista breaks down in tears over unfair working conditions. Um, with me being a former Starbucks barista, I'm gonna give my opinion and everything on this as the video plays out. But let's get this going, guys.
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and I am literally about to quit. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but, I really want to. I almost walked out today, and I'm crying in the back room right now, and I almost cried on the floor.
What I'm trying to get is why is he thinking about quitting? That's what I'm wanting to know, but let's continue.
It's just, I'm a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and then on weekends they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours, both Saturday and Sunday. I'm 3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day. Only 5 people were put on the schedule, and somebody had to call out. And there are 4 people running the whole store, and there's so many customers, and there's possibly scheduled 5 people. We only have 13 people employed at this store, and there's so many customers. And we don't have fair scheduling. Managers don't care about us.
I am going to say this, that there's a lot of people on the internet that want to scrutinize this individual for having a tough job. Like, being a Starbucks barista, it can get difficult, and it can, get, you're gonna have rude customers every time. Every so often you will get it. That's just normal. But I can understand where he is coming from, because being a Starbucks barista can get stressful. And I know I wasn't a full-time student like he was, but being a Starbucks barista can get very challenging, and it can get stressful. So I understand where he's coming from. Let's continue.
Manager was supposed to come in this weekend, and he took himself off the schedule, so he wouldn't be able to be held accountable for calling out. He just literally tore down the schedule that he was scheduled on and put up a new schedule where he wasn't on the schedule. Also, he couldn't have even seen that he was scheduled in the first place because he didn't want to be held accountable for not wanting to come in.
And I am going to say this too, there are a lot of managers that abuse their power and authority as being a manager, and I have been a witness of this at some jobs I've worked in the past, not Starbucks per se, but at other jobs I've dealt with managers that abuse their positions and abuse their power, and they do that where they take themselves off the schedule and put most of their work on, like the shift managers and the assistant manager of the business. Even sometimes assistant managers abuse their position, just like the regular general manager does. But let's continue.
They don't want to help us. We need a union because this can't happen. This can't happen. We need fair scheduling. We need managers to hold themselves accountable for helping their workers. They refuse to turn mobile orders off. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders, and I need to get through all of them. And then people are yelling at me because they don't have their orders ready, and they don't know what to do. And a customer was misgendering me.
Well, this is the thing. when I worked for Starbucks, yes, I dealt with customers that got mad because their order wasn't made in time. But there is one thing that he's got to understand is that you're going to be dealing with angry customers. No matter where you work, you will deal, if you deal with the general public and you have customers, you will have angry customers every so often that you have to deal with. When you're working on a job like this, you will deal with rude customers. And yes, the rude customers can, affect a Starbucks employee. I'm not blaming it on the customer, but the management makes it really, management can make it really hard on the employees and their staff. And if the employee is already stressed out and the management is making it harder on them, they're bound to either quit or break down like he's doing. Because I've did it before. I did it when I worked for Starbucks, because there was a shift manager that kept on, cocking an attitude and treating me like dirt. So I understand where he's coming from. And there's a lot of other people out on the internet that are making fun of him because he's stressed out. Like, it's just because you was able to handle being a full-time student and to work a full-time job, working 40 hours a week, doesn't mean you have the right to go and bash somebody for being stressed out and having a job like him. That's just the way I put it. It's not right. But here we go. I'm going to continue this video. And let's continue.
Like, really badly. I didn't have their order ready. And so they were just talking to each other. And they're like, she's clearly incompetent. I have a full mustache and beard. What the fuck? I don't get accommodations for being neurodivergent. People get mad at me for using my sick time. I don't need to know what to do anymore. I'm at my wit's end with this job. I really am. I just want to
Okay, so this is my end result of all this. Yes, having this job in particular at Starbucks, being a barista, it can be stressful if the management is shitty, if the management is abusing their managing power, abusing their position, taking advantage of the scheduling system to where they are getting it easier and everything. Like, I understand where this guy is coming from. If that store is understaffed and the management is shitty, and if you only have 4 people working on the floor, of course it's gonna be really highly stressful, and at the same time you're gonna be dealing with customers that are really rude and obnoxious and all that. yeah, you're going to be dealing with that. And that makes it even harder because from what I'm getting from him is that I'm I'm just overall I'm getting where he's coming from, because I was a Starbucks barista, and it does get stressful. It literally does. So, with that being said, if I had to give advice to him, I'd be like, okay, if you if you don't want to work at this Starbucks, if there's another Starbucks in the area, ask about getting transferred to that Starbucks, or that's if you can't leave Starbucks and you have benefits, which Starbucks does have good benefits. Or if he is able to get a different job while you're working there at Starbucks, try to find a different job. So that way it can alleviate the stress some. So overall, I have seen other people bash this guy, and it's not right. Yes, I get it. He went on the internet and put out the video and everything like that, but it's his constitutional right to do this, to speak up against management that can or will abuse their position. And when they do that, it makes it harder on the employees and the staff that's working. But that's all I got to say on this. And if this is the first time that you've watched this video, make sure you subscribe, like, share this video, and comment, and tell me what you think in the comment section below, if you agree or disagree, or just let me know what you think about this in particular, this video in particular, and this guy, and his concerns and stuff like that. But as always, stay lit, stay chill, stay positive, and remember, we're always unfiltered. Peace out.